Hello and welcome to Chair Shot Wrestling Podcast. We've got a little bonus video for you this week. Something different that we're going to try. I'm still here with Deano D-Truth. This is going to be our new. It's like a little sort of fun fantasy booking game that we're going to try. I've given it a name. I'm calling it the Roster Rumble. All right.
I mean, it's not like, we go over every week as it is, but then we thought we're going to do this bonus thing. But, I'm a single man, so I can see how I get away with it. We're talking like Steve O'Mac. Sorry, ladies, he's a married man. So I don't know how his wife puts up with it, but there you go. She must be a bit of a saint, So, but anyway, here we are. You know what I mean? Here we are. But carry on, Steve O.
Since she gets up early in the morning, which means she falls asleep early at night, and she watches a lot of box sets and stuff. So,
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
She's happy enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, so this is how this is going to work, right? We have got two rosters. We've got the Attitude Era, year 2000 roster, and we have got the current day
in
roster.
the year 2000.
We have both ranked these rosters with what we believe is the top 20 wrestlers at that time, okay? What's going to happen is we're going to go one each, and then we're going to discuss if these two wrestlers ever had a dream match or a fantasy booked match, who would win that match. Okay. If me and Dino agree on it, then that roster will be awarded 3 points. If we disagree and we think that and we can't make an agreement, then that match ends in a double DQ. And they get 1 point each. Okay.
I like it.
So to kick it off, then, Dino, I'm going to read you out who I've ranked number 20 from the current 2026.
Sorry, I thought we started at 1. I'm going on.
No,
sorry.
The big fish, man.
Yeah. Fair play. Sorry, guys.
Right, now don't write on the board. Right, we're just going to read it out. Right?
All right, go.
Okay, my number 20, who I've got ranked at 20, is Penta. Okay. So from the 2026 roster, I've got Penta. Penta
is number 20. That's insane. That's insane. I'm trying to listen to the other 20 because that guy's phenomenal. He's definitely winning this one. But go on.
Right. Who have you got at number 20?
Raven, great wrestler. And I mean, to be honest with you, if it would have been the Raven, in the ECW days, with the Flock and that against Penta, it'd probably been more of a better match. But Raven, I thought he had to get some props because he's a great wrestler.
He's a bit of a legend, though.
Yeah, he's a bit of a legend, Raven. Yeah, but Raven, yeah.
Ooh. It's a tough. I mean, if it's a hardcore match, some match, right?
Yeah. I still love, what's one of my favourites? Such a filler match for WrestleMania 17 where he's against Kane and the fucking Big Show and he's just getting his ass kicked for like fucking about 20 minutes, you know what I mean? But I still, that match when it finishes with Big Show, did Big Show do like a leg drop off the fucking thing into the thing? It's crazy. I love it. I love this WrestleMania 17 again, just stocks, isn't it? But anyway.
Right, okay. We've got to decide then. So I'm going to write down on this whiteboard who I think wins that match. You're going to write down who you think wins that match, and then we'll award the points.
So it's just a normal match, yeah?
It's just a standard match, mate.
Right.
No stip.
Well, that, sorry, but I've got to be honest.
Right. You ready? 3, 2,
If it's
1.
a normal match, it's Penta. You probably can't recognise that camera and shit, but it's Penta, isn't it? Like I said, if it was a hardcore match,
right. 3 points to 2026.
This geezer, this next guy, he's a great. I love him, but I don't know, he's not the most technical wrestler. Here we go.
You go first then. Rank number 19 for 2000.
So number 19, 2000. And here's the problem. I said this was going to happen when we done this. I easily think the top 5 of the Attitude Era is going to shit all over the top 5 of 2026. But there's a lot more. Like the Attitude Era was a lot more like the 2000s was a lot more like, you had your top 10 and then there was a lot of fillers, you know what I mean? There was a lot of comedy. There was a lot of comedy characters. There was a lot of wrestlers doing funny 2-minute matches. So which in this day and age, every wrestler is talented. So I think this. But anyway, I absolutely love the guy, and the guy's a legend. I went and see him, and he signed a figure for me years ago. But all I'm going to say is, pimp it ain't easy, baby. The Godfather.
Right. The Godfather goes up against Jey Uso.
Fucking hell. I
you
know
what?
I'd want to win. I know I'd want
mate.
to win. I definitely preferred the yeeting. The yeeting's cool, isn't it? If you're a kid, but I preferred the hose every week. You know what I mean? The hose were way more interesting to me than the yeeting.
Godfather, Papa Shongo.
Yeah, Papa Shongo, yeah. Oh, mate, I don't know. The thing is,
Isn't it?
I know if I was booking, I'm picking one by, but I know fucking TKO are going to pick. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing.
It's not about TKO, mate. It's about us.
Screw it. I'm going for it. Mate, I don't care.
We're talking about main event Jey Uso here.
Fuck it. I'm telling you, yeah.
Well, former world champion.
Right. I'm a 33-year-old. All I'm going to say is, I'm a 33-year-old man, yeah. I would much rather see the Godfather bring out some hose and tempt his opponent with a hose than see the yeet. So
3,
fuck
2,
you,
1.
Jey Uso. I'm going with Godfather.
going with it as well.
Fuck you, Jey Uso. All right. Yeah.
3 points to the year 2000.
Yeah. Let's all meet up.
Right,
Well,
okay. You ready for this next one?
This next
Rank
geezer.
number 18.
This next geezer I'm going to put.
The Miz.
Oof.
The Miz. Come on, who you got for me, Dino?
Right.
Don't write it down yet.
Sorry,
yeah. You're being biased, man.
So I'm not being biased.
Write it down yet.
No, I'm not being biased.
Come
I just
on,
like
give me the
showing.
name.
Right. So this guy, fair enough, in the year 2000, he'd probably lost a step or two to the great guy he was, because he was back in the golden era and he was challenging Hulk Hogan for the title a lot and that and stuff like that. The Big Boss Man.
Oh, mate, that is a difficult one.
I think,
Time.
yeah. Do. When that was when he was more badass, though. Do you remember when he done that bit with Al Snow when he got Al Snow to eat his dog? Oh, no, you know the best Boss Man been with the Big Show with his dad. Where's your daddy? The poem, weren't it? You know, like the poem he made about his dead dad. It's like the fucking most brutal thing.
Wow. It's a difficult one because Boss Man has got all those years behind him, like you said before. You got to 2000.
And then the Miz is a double.
I'm going way back, like to one of the older WrestleManias where it was like Boss Man and Hakeem.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you got the Boss Man Perfect match. Oh, Boss Man Mountie. Oh, Boss Man Taker.
What was the guy called when he come out and he was like a prisoner when Boss Man was a prison card and he hated him and then like he only lasted Now's, yeah.
Boss Man.
But no, Boss Man's such an imposing
But
character.
then Miz is the company man that you say he's he's been around for a long time, former world champion. This is fucking difficult, man. Right,
so we're saying in 2026, yeah? And I know, to be fair, I know what I've got to go for. I know what I've got to go for because... All right, you ready?
I'm going for it. Ready?
You know what it is? Do you know what it is?
Sorry.
In 2000s,
Sorry,
because I'm going to explain this decision now. Because in the 2000s, Big Boss Man was still an opposing character. He was wrestling the likes of The Undertaker, The Big Show, you know, and he was still this. Where The Miz now has become as good as much I love The Miz, and I loved his title run from like 15 years ago, about 15 years ago. When I absolutely loved his title run, the stuff he done with Cena, but he's become more of a comedy character now. And I thought if 2000 Boss Man goes against him, you know, he's getting the loss, you know, because Boss Man, they're going to make Boss Man look at We're going to make Boss Man look at posing. And then we're going to, this is more like, you know, he's a filler character now, isn't he? Where as great as he was, he's a company man there and he loses a lot, you know?
Right. Okay. So the points go to the year 2000. Right. Dino, you got to read out ranked number 17.
Oh, sorry. I keep writing it down like div. So the only porn star to ever be in the WWE, Mr. Val Venus.
Val Venus.
Legend. Hello, ladies.
Right. My number is the voice, wasn't it? Like, how deep was his voice?
Do you remember when? Do you remember the choppy PP thing when Kyle cut his dick off as well? That was fantastic. But then it turned out that his dick was so powerful that it was still there. Do you know what I mean? Only in the Attitude Era would they write a storyline like that. You know what I mean? Like, his dick was so powerful that he couldn't destroy it. Like that. It's just like.
Do you know what? That was definitely a Vince McMahon.
Oh God! And you could just imagine him cracking up backstage and like that. Like, yeah.
Right, Val Venus is going up against, you ready for this? Chad Gable.
Nah, no, I know.
I think based on what we've already said today, I think I know what I've got to go with here.
There we go.
And Yeah.
No, because Val Venis, great as he
2,
was,
1.
they're pushing Chad. They're pushing Chad to the moon, you know. And Chad's, he's got to be. He's got to be
We
this.
see what Chad's got to offer,
you know.
and he's
Yeah, and where Val, you know, former Intercontinental Champion and that, you know, and he was, you know, he was hot in 2000, but he was more of a gimmick. It was more his gimmick that was over than his actual wrestling ability. You know, he had, remember the money shot? His move was called the money shot.
But also, let's not forget, he ended up in that group Right to Censor.
Yeah. What was that, 2001? That would have been a year after.
It might have been late 2000, mate. I think Right to Censor might have been late.
You know, he was pissed off with that Godfather. Godfather hated that, didn't he? 'Cause he always says about it. Yeah.
Right. Number 16 for me.
Go on.
Braun Breaker.
Well,
16.
this would be a fantastic match, especially more the ECW version, the human suplex machine himself, Taz. Because imagine, to be fair, 2000 Taz would have been like, we were talking about earlier about how he beat Angle in his first week.
And that was in 2000.
Yeah. But, you know, like if you'd have took the year earlier version of him in ECW, I think it'd be more of a solid match. But I think it'd still be a solid match.
Year 2000 Taz versus Braun Breaker.
See, you're talking, you know, when he used to wear the singlet and that, and now he's like...
That's mouth-watering, isn't it?
It is, but I know I'm picking.
Who wins that?
Look, ready?
I'm going to base this on, right?
No, I've shown it.
Go on, okay, right. Let's do the rip.
From Taz.
I've gone Taz. Mate, if you're beating Kurt Angle in the year 2000,
but,
right, you're beating
right, but that was one match in the year 2000. I'm talking about they buried him after that. He was fighting fucking Jerry. He was fighting a fucking 60-year-old Jerry the King Lawler. You know, as much as I like the guy, they buried him after that, and it was like he was wearing he looked silly. You know, and I hate to say this because I used to love his ECW work, but he's wearing the jumpsuit. You know what I mean? He's coming out, and I don't know. He just didn't do it for me.
In a year's time, I might have been saying Braun Breaker, but at the minute, I'm looking at what WWE are doing with him.
Fair enough, and he does need more.
They are holding him in that position, right? And Taz has got a victory over Kurt Angle. In fact, I think he put him out, didn't he?
Yeah.
Say no more. Say no more. Right, Dino, number 15 for you. Read it out, boy.
One of the, you know, one of the members of the NWO and D Generation X, the only one, X-Pac. Phenomenal wrestler.
Right, this is
Vince McMahon actually used to call X-Pac the measuring stick of WWE because, you know, he was always the people he puts a new guy against to see if he could do it, you know.
Well, listen to this then, right? X-Pac goes up against Finn Balor.
Fuck me, that'd be a match. That is mouthful. And in prime X-Pac is prime Finn Balor.
Mate, and absolutely, for anyone watching this, I promise you, I have not seen Dino's list and Dino has not seen my list, right?
I wouldn't lie to you.
X-Pac, year 2000 X-Pac against Finn Balor.
I want to see it. I would love to see that.
Imagine the high-flying moves you could do.
Yeah. And he's all, they're just great wrestlers. You know what I mean? They've got great characters as well. It just would be a fantastic. I imagine like the promos would have been great, wouldn't they? Do you know what I mean? Like I just think X-Pac was the man. He was cool as well when he X-Pac. Like Finn Balor's cool.
Right.
Oh,
I'm going with.
But yeah,
I mean Finn Balor is world champion.
He hasn't been. You know, pushed as much as we'd like though, as a. But you know. If I'm
tough one though, because I mean he's.
But look,
all right, you ready?
Really?
I've got.
That's weird, isn't it? That we've both gone for each other.
I've gone X-Pac, right? It's what you said about being part of DX.
Yeah.
When it comes DX,
you can't really compare the Judgment Day to DX, can you?
Judgment Day.
Yeah, it's not even a.
But look, I just think question.
I just think Finn is like, you know, he's got more potential, and I'm just thinking if I'm a booker. I'm pushing Finn in the world title picture.
I love Finn.
I wouldn't pitch X-Pac, you know.
Year 2000 X-Pac.
Right.
I've got to go with that. Right, okay. I'm on to number 14. You ready for this? Number 14, the Forgotten Man, Kevin Owens.
Right, this is a hell of a match.
Who you got?
Eddie Guerrero. This is a hell of a match, yeah.
Eddie Guerrero
against
year
Kevin.
2000.
Could you imagine the promos?
Kevin Owens.
Could you imagine him? I could imagine him being a little bit.
days.
I could imagine him being a little bit racist to the Mexican community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's like, Eddie's this, and he's just such a shithead heel. And Eddie, in this rivalry, Eddie would have to be the face, wouldn't he? And Kevin would have to be the heel, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just to make sense, the bigger guy, but Eddie's got the more
But
heart.
he
You know?
lies, he cheats, and he steals.
Yeah,
This is so fucking tough.
I think.
Right. Okay. Kevin Owens said.
He is fucking good, but right.
3, 2, 1.
Eddie, it's got to be Eddie.
Eddie.
The thing is, you can't really comment much on his 2006. He's been injured for like all of it. So he's not really had the best year, has he? Like, you know, so we have to compare it on that.
Okay. Right. Unlucky for some. Number 13. Who you got?
The British Bulldog.
British Bulldog.
Davey Boy Smith. And, you know, like, I think he was coming. This was a hard one, me, why I ranked him so high. But I have to explain, Steve, because it's like sort of, he was like a lot more dominating, you know, especially like in the 90s and that. But I think in the 2000s, he did. I remember he was in the world title picture quite a bit. He was in the 6-man challenge. Was it Unforgiven, the 6-man challenge, the 6-pack challenge, or was it?
When did he come
Survivor
back
Series?
in? Because so he left WWE, I think, in '92, and I think a lot of it was about the steroid usage and stuff.
He was
like
in
that.
WCW for a little bit, wasn't he?
So he went across, and then but he couldn't have been away too long. It must have only been 2 or 3 years, because I feel like he was back involved in the Heart Foundation and that, wasn't he?
Yeah, there was that great. There's that great, and if anyone ain't seen it, you got to watch the Calgary Stampede match. You know when it's you know when it's
97.
yeah, and it's like, and it's the Bulldog, and it's in their hometown, and it's like obviously it's Bret Hart, it's Owen Hart, it's the Bulldog, it's Pillman, and then like, you know, they're all related in some way. They're all married to each other. It's like the sisters are. Bulldog's married to the sister of Bret and Owen, and it's like, and it's against Stone Cold, the Road Warriors, isn't it? And who else is it? Who's the other one? Oh, Ken Shamrock, wasn't it? That was a hell of a match. Yeah.
I mean, again, lineage for Bulldog as well, going way back to like WrestleMania 2 or 3 when they had the match Bulldogs against the Heart Foundation. I mean, wow. Okay, right. Bulldog is up against, mate. Oh, I can't believe I'm going to say Jacob Fatu. God, that's a powerhouse match, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm putting my name.
Oh, Jacob. I mean, okay. Ready?
Really?
Oh,
Really?
how could look?
Right.
I know.
Right.
Look,
It was done. He was, you know, the steroid stuff
you
behind.
are such a fanboy, aren't you?
What? How am I a
Of
fanboy?
current.
No, I'm not a fanboy of current stuff. I just think
We just
Jacob
spent 5 minutes talking about the lineage of
Yeah,
Bulldog.
Bulldogs the bollocks, but I'm talking about 2000 Bulldogs.
Jacob Fatu has just been beaten by Roman Reigns, and now
Yeah,
he's
and
Roman's
in 2000,
lecky.
and in 2000, he got rock bottomed into a pile of dog shit. You know what I mean? That was his 2000. That's what I remember from his 2000. You know, he's fighting for the hardcore title. Jacob Fatu, look, fanboy, he's fighting for the world title still. You know, and he's in that top spot next to Roman. He's, you know, the Bulldog, you know, they embarrassed, you know, he was in the title picture a bit, but they embarrassed him a lot. And he was then he ended up winning the hardcore title, I think. He come out, didn't he, against Crash Holly. I think, like, yeah, I think if you
picked him up, and now you're bringing him down.
If you'd have said 92 Bulldog, the one that beat, I love Davey Boy. He's a legend. He's an English legend. One of the greatest English wrestlers of all time. But if you'd have said the 92 where he beat Bret Hart for the Intercontinental title at Wembley, I'm saying British Bulldog every day, like every day of the week, twice on Sunday. But what I'm saying is Jacob Fatu in 2006 is more dominant than Davey Boy Smith was in 2000 wrestling. I mean, what did they have him wearing? Them fucking tracksuit bottoms and that, and they're giving him the boots. Like, he didn't have his classic Union Jack gear on, did he?
I got sold on nostalgia, mate.
I know you did, but you know, maybe you're fanboying so much. You ever think of that?
Yeah,
maybe. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Right, this is a good one.
Right, hang on, I'll go in first. We're on number 12 now, right?
I know.
So my ranked number 12 is Dominic Mysterio.
This is a good one. Rikishi.
Oh, Dom versus Rikishi. Hey, Rikishi versus Fatu would have been a good one.
Yeah,
Shame
that would
we
have been
missed
good. Yeah.
Right, Rikishi versus Dom. Dirty Dom and 2000 Rikishi. So Rikishi was a heel, wasn't he? So this is
No, I don't. Was he ill? Was it 2000?
No,
Yeah, when he
'cause
run over
it's
I
Stone
did it. I
Cold
did it for the
for
Rock.
The Rock.
Wasn't it? Like that, yeah. Yeah.
The Rikishi that got lobbed off of the Hell in a Cell at Armageddon.
I'm a bad man. Do you remember that? Yeah.
But it's also the Rikishi that earlier on that year was dancing with Too Cool.
That was cool though. As a kid, I used to love that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
But it's Dirty Dom, mate.
yeah, he finds a way to win the bastard, doesn't he? Every week.
Finds
You know
a way to win. He's son of Mysterio. Oh, who would I put?
right, yeah. 3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
It's got to be Dirty Dom.
Dirty Dom.
That'll be Dirty Dom.
Dirty Dom's going over.
He's going to fight, you know, Rikishi's
getting the rub.
bigger.
Dom's getting the rub.
All I'm going to say, he's definitely getting the stink face before, you know, it all happens.
Yes.
He's getting the stink face.
Yeah.
And
right
the crowd's going to go, and the crowd's going to go mental, isn't they? You know what I mean? And Rikishi, you know, I've heard like he would like make the arse like more cleaner for some people and put the talcum powder on if he liked it.
Right.
He's not cleaning for a while and that, you know what I mean? He's making it more.
Dino, this is how good looking we are, right? How about this? He does the stink face on Dirty Dom, and then Liv refuses to kiss him afterwards.
Yeah.
How's that for booking?
I'll take the stink. I'll tell you what, I'll take the stink face off Liv Morgan, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? Can I say that on there? I'm sorry. Sorry, can I say that? Sorry for my PG. Sorry for my kid and female watchers. I'm sorry. I'm only human, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Right. You're number 11.
Right. What a legend. In my opinion, one of the greatest to never win the world title, and just a legend, and especially an English legend, William Regal.
William Regal, okay, yeah, you love a bit of Regal.
Who don't love Regal? What's not to like? It's the character, it's the comedy part of it. It's, you know, the in-ring ability, you know, and it's like he's just a hard bastard as well, isn't he? Like, you know, he grew up in the carnival scenes of wrestling, but he's not that as well. Like, you know what I love about Regal, and I always say it, it's just how out of touch the Americans are with the English, that they all think we're like this Hugh Grant character. Because when I went to America, everyone thought I was Australian because I have a Cockney accent, and it's like they just think everyone's like, oh, proper, prim and proper, this and that. And it's like they bill him from Blackpool, England, and he comes out with like this, like the Queen's like music doing the wave, and he's like wearing like nice suits. Let me tell you, I've been to Blackpool, and it is definitely not like that. As much as, don't get me wrong, Blackpool, absolutely love Blackpool. I had a great time every weekend. I went there for the darts, but you're not really the Hugh Grant suit wearing, tea drinking kind, are you? You're at the pub at 1 PM kind, and you're like doing cabaret. You know what I mean? This is it, and there's nothing wrong with that. I love a pint in the day, and I love cabaret. So I'm not saying any of my Blackpool viewers. I love Blackpool. I'm just saying, I'm just being real.
Las Vegas.
I'm just being real with you.
Right. Well, I am sorry, but right. So William Regal is going up against Obafemi.
Right,
yeah, that's a fucking squash match.
Sorry, especially look. But all I'm going to say is, I think we know who we're going to pick. But all I'm saying is,
what a legend!
All I'm saying is,
hey,
Oba goes over,
and he would have took it well. But William Regal,
well. Oba would look stronger coming out of that match because Regal would sell it so well, and he would do the carrying down and that, and like, oh, please don't hurt me kind of stuff, you know, because that's the kind of work guy he was. He elevated whoever went against him.
Right, we're on to top 10 then. My number 10.
This is where I think I'm going to mop the floor.
My number 10. Here we go. You ready for this?
Go on.
Hang on a second. Are we ready for this?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Oh,
Rick Williams.
Sorry, Trick. I love you, but you're not beating my guy. But go on.
Hey, he is the most.
I love him. I love him in the level.
I can't believe I put him at number 10 because we big him up every week.
Oh,
I think
man,
he's only at number 10. I think just based on his achievements so far, but he is so good, mate. And I mean, who is going over? If you're telling me that he ain't beating your guy.
How you can't say this guy was so dominant in the 2000s. Well, it's the Big Show. There's no way he's beating a 2000 Big Show. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's he'd sort of come into his own there because, you know, he come into it, I think, 99, and he had about a year working with The Undertaker, you know, with The Undertaker took him under his wing. You tell us who is it?
Making a case for Trick Williams here. I don't remember Big Show being in and around the title picture.
Yeah, he won the title in 2000.
Did he?
Yeah, the night Stone Cold got run over, he replaced him. Do you remember?
Ah, no, that was the year before, mate.
Was that 99?
Because Stone Cold came back.
He was in the he was in the McMahon every corner match.
He never won it though, did he? So Trips had the belt.
To be fair, he become a bit of a comedy.
It was Triple H, The Rock.
Yeah.
And later on that year, did Kurt Angle?
Yeah, I think that's when Kurt won it. Yeah. You know what was great? I remember.
And don't forget, it was only the follow. I'm just going to chuck this in. It was only the following year, mate, that I think he was paired up with Billy Gunn, wasn't he? And they had the Shoguns.
No, you know what? You know what I loved is always I was a bit of a comedy. Yeah, that's changed my mind a little bit. Do you know where he done Shonen the Barbarian? And he done Show Hogan, and he used to come out in the comedy stuff. And he was like that, and he was so good.
It's a comedy gimmick.
I remember me and my brother having that episode of Monday. I think it was SmackDown Monday Night Raw, but I remember that was I kept that on tape because I think that was the same week where Jericho beat Triple H for the title, but it was a fast count and he had to give the title back. But I think that was the Shonen the Barbarian episode as well. So I used to watch that one all the time, you know. Yeah, all right, fair enough. Look. You know what?
It's a tough one.
Look, all I'm going to say is, before I make my pick, let me put on my lemon pepper steppers. Whoop that trick, baby. Trick Daddy. Yeah, he's going over, and he's the shining star.
He's got to go over. You couldn't let Big Show, not at this stage, man. You couldn't let that Big Show that was on his way down
right,
go over against Trick.
Right, is it my turn to go?
It's your turn for number 9.
Right, all I'm going to say is this guy definitely ain't going over in 2006, knowing what we know now. But the rabid Wolverine himself, Chris Benoit.
Yeah, well, okay.
But no,
year 2000. Yeah. We're basing it on the year 2000.
Before he decided to do what he did, which we won't talk about because we want likes.
Right. Okay, so Chris Benoit, one of my favourites of all time.
Oh, phenomenal! You know,
as a wrestler.
I don't know what happened that night. No one will know. But it's some murky stuff happened, and it's like we can't forget about that. But what a phenomenal wrestler! He was just so believable, and he come from like this dungeon, like the Stu Hart dungeon. And, he wrestled in WWE. He was just phenomenal, wasn't he? And like the matches in 2000, he used to have him and Jericho. It's probably like my one of my favourite matches ever. I tell you, Steve, the ladder match they had in Royal Rumble, and that was a year later, 2001. But it was built. The rivalry went through 2000.
Yeah, but only just don't forget it was January. It was early 2001. Yeah, so
it would have gone through, and some of the work they done together was just phenomenal because they knew each other great. Yeah,
right. The Rabid Wolverine is going up against Sami Zayn. I think there's only one man for me. And, Sammy,
right, ready?
Good company man, but I'm afraid.
It's Chris Benoit, but look, not knowing what we know now, but, in 2000, if Sami Zayn got in a time machine and wrestled Benoit, there's no way he's winning.
No chance. Right, okay, so we're on to number 8. Right, my number 8, 2026 is... You were singing his song earlier, Drew McIntyre.
Right, there's no way he beats my guy because he's my favourite of all time. Y2J, Chris Jericho.
2000 Jericho. Drew McIntyre. Well, do you know, it would be close, mate. It would be close.
I think this would be the closest one because he was getting victories against the likes of Kane and at this point.
Yeah, so he was fighting the big guys, but Drew.
It was. I think a year later, when he beat The Rock for the WCW title, and then he went on to, and then it was 2002. So if you talk a year or two later, there's no doubt it's 100% Y2J, but it's my guy. But I think, yeah, that's a tough one.
Do love Drew. I think, again, I do feel that I know he's had championship runs, but I feel at times he's underused. When they do put him right at the very top of the roster, he shines. Like his promos are just brilliant. But okay,
right.
Let's go.
Sorry, he's my guy. There's no way I'm going against my guy. I don't give a shit. I run this promotion. You know what I mean? I'm pushing my guy, the best of all time, apart from him and Flair, 1A, 1B.
Right, okay, we're on to number 7. This is where it gets down to business,
Nitty
baby.
gritty.
Give me your number 7.
You're going to love this. The hardcore legend, Mick Foley. Come on.
Randy Orton.
We've seen that
We've
match.
seen that
We've
match.
seen that match, but obviously
we know
we're
it goes
talking about,
over.
we're talking about, you know, that was what, 2008, 2009?
So 2004.
Was it that? Was it that?
2004.
Was it 2004?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, so it was only 4 years
Because
out.
I watched the Rock
I
and
thought
Sock.
it was later
I
on.
watched the Rock and Sock connection
Yeah.
against Evolution,
WrestleMania 20.
Ric Flair, Randy Orton, and Batista at WrestleMania 20. I was there.
to be fair-
Madison Square Garden.
It weren't too long out, like, you know, out of his prime.
4 years.
But
yeah, but it's a long
for Mick Foley, that was a long years because he sort of got deteriorated quickly.
2000 Mick Foley. So you took it. Well, he didn't wrestle much in 2000, did he? So it was Cactus Jack in early 2000. So you got to base it on.
Here's an interesting character I've got. Here's an interesting point. Right, it's 2000, yeah, and they have a big main event blowout at WrestleMania. Who's fighting Randy Orton? Is it Mankind? Is it Cactus Jack? Well, he ain't going to be Dude Love. Is it Mankind or Cactus Jack?
Well, I go with the biggest match that Mick Foley had in 2000. Right, I'm not counting the WrestleMania match. I think the biggest match he had was against
Triple H
at the Rumble.
Straight fight, yeah. I think that's one of my favourite matches ever as well. That's got to be top 10.
You've got to go with the Cactus Jack. So it would be Cactus Jack up against Randy Orton.
It's not going to be a normal match, is it, as well? It's not going to be a normal match if it's Cactus Jack, though, is it?
We're talking about old man Orton, not young man Orton, though, don't forget. We're talking about today's Orton against Mick Foley in 2000. Oh, that's fucking difficult.
I honestly think if it was a normal match, it has to be Mankind against Randy Orton.
Yeah, if there was no stipulation.
And we've based all this on normal matches, haven't we? So that being said,
I'm gonna go with just who I think. Ready? I think Randy would go over. But I'm going to be honest.
Right, here's the way I'm looking at it.
I'm not.
He gave Randy a hell of a match when he was 4 years out of his prime. Now you're talking about Randy Orton being out of his prime and him being in his prime.
I'm talking about, though, who you're putting over, right? As a booker, in 2000, you're putting Mick Foley over against old man Orton.
I
don't know.
When in 2000, when he had that great moment when he won the title against Triple H in SmackDown, wasn't it that 2000?
No, that was before.
Was that 99?
Yeah, because that's when it.
That was the Monday Night Wars, wasn't it?
Monday Night Wars, yeah. Yeah, he retired for the majority of 2000. But look, that was a tough one.
That was a tough one, and nothing against Randy, the legend killer, because absolutely love the geezer. You know what I mean?
A point apiece. Right, okay. I'm reading out number 6. Ready? This is going to be so fucking interesting. Brock Lesnar.
Oh, see, this is a match. We've already had this match, to be fair, but so we know what the match is, and they're both in their prime. But see, I was wrestling with this because my 5 and 6, I weren't sure, and I'm still a little bit unsure what I'm going to give you now because I
no,
put
you
some
can't
on.
change it, man.
Right.
It's what's written down.
Right, Kurt Angle.
Oh, Kurt Angle, 2000 Angle.
100%. It's got to be. It's got to be.
Oh, I mean, mate, they had.
Come on.
They had some incredible matches.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and that was it. But come on, old man. Look, let's do it. Old man Brock Lesnar is not beating Angle.
No,
there's no way. Not in 2000.
2000.
Not the Eurocontinental title run. His first WWE. He went on and held that title for so long. And then 2000. All the way through to
Angle has to go over because he was on his way up, and
he won that the 6-8 man Hell in a Cell match, didn't he? You know what I mean? Like it's just, incredible.
Right, we're into the top 5.
Right, this was the other guy when I was teetering. I didn't know whether to put him or Kurt Angle at the 6th position, but I think I don't know if I made the right decision. But he was this guy. Can I go first?
You going first?
This guy was so dominant in the 2000s, and he was just still to this day. I think he's one of the most dominant monsters. Kane, the Big Red Machine.
This is an interesting one, mate. And this would,
And I
this
weren't
would,
sure if I put him in an angle in the right place, but I was thinking,
this would be,
you know what I mean?
this would be a really good match, and there'd be a really good story in this, right? There's definitely. Are you going heel Kane?
Yeah, it's got to be Hill Kane.
Heel Kane against face Rollins.
That'd be a hell of a match.
That's a good.
Well, you know, that
Yeah,
reminds
some
me of a little
stories
bit.
in
The way he wrestles in that Rollins, that's sort of like what we had with Jericho and Kane in 2000. It'd be a similar
Would he
style match.
find a way? Would Rollins find a way?
He's the architect, as well, you don't say it.
Kane was a fucking monster.
He was.
This is so fucking tough. I
I've
could
got-
actually, I could actually, you know what? I could picture that match. I could picture
Yeah.
the story behind it. I could picture the
The cup of coffee, you could do that.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
It's got to be Rollins, isn't it?
Okay, Rollins.
Rollins, it's a great match, but Rollins finds a way and it puts him over so strong after. Because, you know, like Kane had the little world title run, but a lot of the time he was making real main event guys look strong, wasn't he? 'Cause he was a big obstacle for him to overcome before they went for the title. So, you know.
Right, Dino, we're going into the top 4 here, right? I'm going to read out number 4, but just before I do, currently the scores are 22 points to 2,000 and 22 points to
Is it even?
20. It's
Yeah,
dead
but there's no
even.
way you're winning this now.
Going
The top
into
4 in
the
the
last
Attitude Era.
4.
The top 4 in the Attitude Era are probably out of the top 10 of all time. These top 4 are in the top 10. There's no way. You know what I mean? Of all time. This is no way.
ready?
These next 4 guys. Yeah,
Number
go on.
4, the Ring General,
No,
Gunther.
Triple H, no chance. 2000 Triple H,
Oh,
no
Gunther
fucking
and
way.
Triple H, mate,
Kill
they're-
Triple H, the
they're-
Hunter Helmsley regime.
They're both.
There's no way.
they're both
The leader
similar,
of
mate.
Degeneration X. No, I'm sorry.
They're both similar. They're both, you know, the cerebral
It's gotta be-
assassin
it's
against
gotta
the
be
Ring General.
It's got to be heel versus heel as well. I can't see a face version of either of them in
Heel
this match.
versus heel.
Nah, sorry. Come on.
Yeah, fuck it. Well, I mean, we all know who's going over.
Triple H.
We all know
It's
who's
got to be
going
HHH. It's got, look, I know he puts up a good match, but, you know, the stuff he done in 2000, you know, he was his peak. You know, and and the next 2 guys, they're going to be higher up on the list now. You know, I don't think they would have elevated. But look, who's next? Because he ain't beating my guy. I'm telling you.
No,
now.
it's your turn.
Right, the theme on The Undertaker.
All right, we've seen this match, and so we're talking 2000 Undertaker is the American Badass.
It's just become the American Badass, I know.
and he's fighting Old Man Punk.
American Badass.
Yeah, as much. I mean, as
go on,
much as
look.
we saw it the other way around, you know, at Mania.
Punk win that match at Mania. I can't remember. No, he didn't, did he?
No, he didn't.
I
No,
remember it. I remember the match because when he was taking the urn and that, wasn't it?
Well, he was pissed off that he was even in it because
Yeah.
he thought he should have been in the main
Yeah.
event.
It's unlike Punk, isn't it? Sulking about something. Right, come on.
Yeah, Old Man Punk.
Taker. It's
I'm
Taker.
afraid, but the
I'm
American
sorry.
Badass
Yeah, the American Badass comes
takes out
out.
Old Man Punk.
He comes out to Limp Bizkit, looks cool as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, it's just going to be great. But no.
Number 2.
Go on.
You ready?
Right, this is fantastic because you're putting him against his cousin.
Roman Reigns.
You're putting him against his cousin, the great one. If you smell what The Rock is cooking, there's no way he's beating. Look, there's no way he's beating 2000 Rock. I know he's great. And he's acknowledged me, but it's the fucking 2000 Rock. Like,
He was just about
What
to
was
go
it
to
with that?
Hollywood, mate.
whoa, no, he wasn't.
Is he getting
No,
the
he
rub?
wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Yes,
he
he
went
was.
on. No, what are you talking about? He went on. He went on the year after to have that match with Stone Cold in WrestleMania 17 in 2001.
Yeah, and then he went off to Hollywood.
No, he didn't. Then he went. You're talking 2 years later. Oh, Roman Reigns had gone for Hollywood in that time. The next year. or two.
He went and done the Mummy.
No, I know you want to win, but come on. He was the Scorpion King and come back stronger.
You put in the Rock's. It's
No,
a
come
tribal
on.
chief, mate. He's acknowledged him.
What?
The Rock's acknowledged him.
All I'm going to say is I call bullshit here because all I've ever heard, you just want to win this because all I've ever heard from you is utter fucking hate from the tribal chief. You'd never acknowledge him like I do, yeah? And I love Roman Reigns, yeah? But you're talking about the fucking Rock. Like, do you know what I mean? One of the biggest stars ever to come out. No, I'm sorry. Come on. Let's be honest here.
It's Roman Reigns. It's the OTC.
Right. Yeah, thank you. I would have called VAR on that. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't have accepted your answer because I'd have called bullshit. You can't hate on the Roman Reigns. I get what you're trying to do, but come on. And come on now. I'm not
I
even...
already know it's.
I'm not going to tell. Come on. I'm wearing the t-shirt. No, I'm sorry. Come on. I'm wearing the t-shirt. We all know it's going to be. And let me tell you here, he's not just the biggest wrestler in 2000. He's probably the most over fucking wrestler of all time. Apart from maybe Hogan back in the day. But I would say Hogan had a longer run. But I think I don't think you could compare a 2000 Stone Cold run to, you could say, like, any year in Hulk Hogan's run, it was bigger than Stone Cold's 2000 run. Do you know what I mean? I think Hogan was a bigger draw because he'd done it for longer, but I think the year 2000 was Stone Cold's year, and I think no one sold as much merch as he did, was just so over, like the crowds, just going mental for him. I know the crowds are mental for Hogan for a long period, but that 2000, I don't think anyone's been as over as Stone Cold has been in 2000.
Well, funny you should mention Hogan, because my number one is Cody Hogan.
Yeah, and I love the Cody Rhodes. I'm a Cody Rhodes fan, but there's no way he's going over Stone Cold. Come on, mate.
Cold, yeah, he's just come back. He's
red hot, mate.
I had a feeling this was going to happen.
That's what I said to you. I'd get to the top 4, and there's no, oh, you're right. Look, you got to agree with me. Yeah.
So really, they needed to take more.
Yeah, I said this was going to happen.
Take more points early on.
Yeah. I said you were going to get to the top 5 and that'd be it. And I did say that.
Right, so 34 against 22. Yeah, the last 12 points all went to the year 2000. So,
yeah,
I mean, I think that settles the argument, mate. When people talk about wrestling now and they talk about the Attitude Era, that argument has been well and truly put to bed. The year 2000 roster,
but I definitely think what I said
better.
What I said it was gonna. What I said would happen come to fruition, because it was like, the top 5 is just unreal, and it's like the top 5 are probably in the top 10 of all time. And it's just
off the top of my head as well, I'm just gonna pick out a couple of guys that weren't even on your list. Edge.
Yeah, but do you know what this was? Do you know what this was? I was staying away from the tag team. Yeah. Where Edge and Christian both went on Saturday Morning runs. I also didn't want to put Bradshaw because he's in the APA. I would have put, if it was 2003, 2004, I would have put Bradshaw. Do you know what I mean? He would have definitely been on the list. But you talking about 2000, I wanted to stay away from the tag teams, the Dudleys, Edge and Christian. Then you could have put Jeff Hardy, what the career he went on to have. So I wanted to stay away from the tag teams.
Right, okay. So just off the top of my head then, I reckon if we do this again, you will pick the current roster, right? So you will rank your 20.
Yeah.
So there might be some differences in there. There's a lot that let's
ask the listeners, is there anything they would like us to cover?
Okay, yes. I feel like we've always got to look at it on the current roster, right? So, but we've done the year 2000. What other year's roster would you like us to rank from 1 to 20 and then put them up and discuss against the 2026 roster? Okay, so put that in the comments for us. What year would you like us to go through? It could be the sort of end of the Attitude Era, beginning of the Ruthless Aggression, 2004. It could be the pre-pandemic roster, maybe 2019. I seem to remember that was quite a decent roster. Let us know, and we will have a look at, and we will rank them 1 to 20, and we will match them up against the 2026 roster.
Do you know what would be good? AEW against WWE, but I don't want to upset you, Steve. I know you might cry if I'm not
going to do that yet. I'm not going to do that. Mate, I'll tell you what, later on down the line, perhaps we'll do that. Perhaps we'll have a look at that. I'll be happy to do that because, mate, I know the AEW roster is fucking stacked, mate.
Yeah.
But it would be is it that discussion, up to the last 4, that discussion was actually more difficult than I thought.
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, didn't we come up with some corkers? Some great matches.
We did. I'd watch that pay-per-view, definitely.
I'd definitely watch that pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Time to sign off. If you've liked this, please make sure you subscribe, give us a like, and don't forget, put in the comments What year's roster would you like us
Yeah,
to do
please,
next
guys,
time?
please. We really want to hear. We really want to hear the comments. You know, we really want you to get involved. Please, just do that. We appreciate it. We like to
Okay.
feel like we're not talking to. You know, we know we're talking to you. We got to listening, but we like to know we're talking to people, so we're not losing our minds. You know. So
Okay.
yeah,
Hit that
cool.
subscribe. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.